I think that's a twofold question, or at least a twofold answer. I think for one, I'm not sure the public sector would change, a great deal over the next few years, because it's a very set system. But I would believe, though, if to fit perfectly with the future society and a world of complexity and hyper change, it should definitely look more different than it does today. It should be way more agile. It should be way more experimenting. It should be much more aligned with the everyday life of citizens. And it should be willing to introduce policy that it will adjust along the way when needed, and not just fix policies as it is today. For instance, policy making tends to take months, sometimes even years, if it involves real politics. But what we did in MindLab was that we said that we could do policy making in 2 weeks if we were giving the right experts, and it would be facilitated by MindLab. And after 2 weeks, we would not only give the insights regarding the problem or the issues that we work with, we would also come up with a second generation prototype that we could introduce to the public. And I don't think that people, maybe not even ourselves at MindLab, believed that it was possible, but we ended up solving a very big policy problem that one of our agencies has been struggling with for actually several years. So I think that was where we proved by example that you can change the way of working within government if you get the right people, and if you, in this case, also bypass the hierarchy and the traditional processes of policy making. I wouldn't say public officials are reluctant to change, but I think they're in a system that is very fixed, meaning that you have processes that are, over decades being formed in a way that it's very difficult to change. And some of the processes are also there for good reasons. It's super difficult to be in a government and changing policy making. But I think there's a cultural approach that you can work with for public officials, where it's more about setting yourself on the line, believing in the insights that you get during the process, and introduce those and fight for those within the traditional processes of policy making. And I think that we at MindLab were that unit where you could get the mental support and the process support to actually bring you from this place of uncertainty moving forward into policy making that would, both in terms of process but also in content, would look different than if we were not there.